If you can hear any snoring in this video, it's because this little human here is fast asleep, and I thought while he's asleep I'll just do a video because time is short when you have a newborn, and it's also amazing. But also one day I will do a video where he's awake. He's not going to be particularly interactive in this video. He's fast asleep. But yeah, I'll do a video when he's awake and introduce him to you properly. So recently I did a Q&A on my Instagram, and you guys asked some amazing questions, and one of them was, did you ask the universe for a sign or signs when you were manifesting your specific person that he was the one? And, you know, what signs did you have, or something like that? And basically, yes, I did ask for signs a lot. I said, universe, give me a sign that my specific person is coming back. Give me a sign that we're meant to be together. All these things. I ask these things all the time. In a way, it's kind of reassurance seeking, isn't it? Oh, hello, little human. In a way, it's kind of reassurance seeking because you're asking for confirmation of something, aren't you? But it's still fun. I love doing it. I loved asking the universe for a sign. So with me, when I was in Italy, I started getting loads of signs that my specific person was my specific person, and that he was going to come back, and that we were going to be together, and all sorts of things, and that we were going to live together in Italy and things like that. And one of them was really interesting. One of them was that Johnny in Korea, when he was in Korea, he saw a mannequin in a shop window with a jumper which said ciao on it. It said the word ciao, which obviously means hello in Italian. And he was like, that's so weird. I literally have only seen Korean things in Korea, and then suddenly I saw a jumper that said ciao on it with a cat on it. And I love cats. And it was just like, it was almost like I was popping up there, because he obviously thought of me when he saw that. And yeah, he said, I immediately thought of you. And I thought, oh my God, he's seeing signs for me. He's seeing signs for me in the other side of the world. So that was really interesting. And maybe, you know, your SP is seeing signs about you, but maybe they're not telling you because maybe you're not in contact. In fact, you know, I actually only found out about this months later, because he told me months later. And so he'd obviously thought of me at that moment, and I hadn't known, but he'd seen a sign to remind him of me. So the other thing that I saw was number plates. Number plates. I kept seeing J and C on number plates. And if J and C, in my mind, the way I was thinking about it was, if those two letters were next to each other, then that meant that it was happening really soon, or that everything was moving forward, or we were going to be in contact again or something. And if the J and the C was like at the opposite ends of the number plate, it meant that there was something in between us, distance in between us. And this is just the narrative that I had and the story I told myself. But it was so weird because I kept on seeing J and C in random places. In random places I'd see the letters J and C, and particularly on number plates. And the other thing was that one day I was like, right, universe, give me a sign. If I am going to hear from Johnny today, then I want to see, and then the first thing that came to my head was a red bin. There was no red bins where I was. There was all black and blue bins. There was literally no red bins as far as I could see or remember or anything. And then one day, literally the next day, I saw a bright red bin out of nowhere. It was a red bin in a park that I just happened to walk through that day. And I never walked through that park, and I saw the red bin and I thought, oh my God, universe, you planted the idea that I would walk this way today to show me this particular red bin. And it was really weird. And that day I heard from him. How weird is that? I mean, I don't know what this is all about, honestly, the universe. It's crazy. So there was other signs as well, you know, people saying his name, or, you know, a student in an Italian, right, there was a student in my fully Italian class, so I was teaching English, and the student was called Johnny, and everybody else was called like Roberto, or like an actual Italian name, Alfredo or something. You know, everybody was actually fully like an Italian name, and then this one random Italian student has been called Johnny. It was so weird. I was like, I said, come si chiama? And he was like, Johnny. And I was like, what? I thought he was joking. I thought someone was in on some kind of joke, that they just planted someone in there to say my name is Johnny. It was so weird. By the way, is that right? Come si chiama? That means what's your name, isn't it? My Italian is a bit shady right now. It's been a while. But I did learn quite a lot. Actually, I was having conversations, and at one point I thought, I am going to get so good at Italian that I can do coaching in Italian, but I haven't got there yet. So anyway, yeah, in essence, I did ask for signs. I love doing that, and I got loads of signs, and some of them were so weird that they couldn't be a coincidence. Like the red bin thing, that was so bizarre. And the J and the C thing, those letters seemed to pop up everywhere all the time, especially towards the end of my time in Italy. It was like it ramped up. The times that I would see J and C ramped up all the time, to the point where I was going, oh my god, what is going on? Why do I keep seeing this all the time? And then obviously I did hear from Johnny at the end of my time in Italy, just before I left. So it was weird. It was kind of cool. So yeah, ask for a sign. But also, the thing that is about signs is that the more that you think about something, the more that you are going to see it. You know, like if you start becoming aware that you might be pregnant, then you see pregnant people all the time. It is like that. Your mind kind of looks for what you've told it to look for. So there's that, but there's also some kind of weird coincidence for me, where things actually happened after I did that. So I was like, is this like my mind just looking for things and finding them, or is this real? You know, am I actually getting communication from a higher power or something here? And I guess for me, then it was confirmed when, you know, I actually heard from him and he'd seen signs of me. It was crazy. So yeah, I enjoyed that. And I'm sure you guys have got so many stories about signs that you've seen. Signs from your person, messages from your person. And also remember that they might be having messages about you as well. And you'll hear about them later, which is really fun. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you'd like any information about the Conscious Creators Masters Academy, which is starting in a couple of weeks, I'd love to hear from you. There are a few spaces left, and we've also got the manifesting session, which is happening this Sunday, where we're going to be combining nervous system regulation and also manifesting technique, which is a very powerful combination. So I hope to see you there. It's only £25 for that one, actually. So hopefully lots of you can come, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.